Nice and welcome to episode 2 of 5 Minutes With. It is cram-packed of information today and it's a great interview. We're so excited to bring you it. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. This one's worth a watch. It's got some of this, a bit of this, and it's even got a bit of this. No, it's got none of that. But what it has got is an interview with Tree Frog Tree Services, and we're taking you across, filmed live yesterday, going out today with Tom Roberts. Thanks for subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you haven't done yet, make sure you do it now. Enjoy the show. All right, nice. Well, welcome to Arblease then. This is the second episode of 5 Minutes With. And of course, it's going to be longer than 5 minutes because we didn't think about that before we named the show. But we are live now and we've gone live right away. We've now hooked up to our second guest in episode 2. I'm really excited to have with us today Tom Roberts from, let me get this right, Tree Frog Tree Services. So with the use of technology, modern day. Tom, you're live. You're here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Tom?
Oh, there you go. You're back now.
Ah, there we go. It's all right. Yeah, you're back now. We're good. We're good. Let me try and hit that button there. It's that gallery view button. It's not working. You're right, Tom. Are you there?
Very good. Yeah,
yes,
cheers,
working. Yes. Okay.
I can hear you.
I did say to everybody when they started to follow us on this journey, this might have a few hiccups along the way. And we're going to, last one, episode 1, we had our guest just pause like this for about 20 minutes. But he was like Steve Hadfield. It was okay to go ahead. That was in episode 1. This is episode 2, and we are blessed to have you with us, Tom Roberts, influencer. Yeah, social media influencer. I couldn't believe it. When we first met, it was a bit weird because we were at the AA show and we'd spoken before and I think we'd done some business, but it was one of those moments, you know that moment when you go to the toilet and you come out of the toilet and you just wash your hands and they're wet and there's that awkward moment you go, my hands are wet because I've washed my hands, but nice to see you.
Do I put it out? Do I not?
And now we're meeting again, Tom, and the whole world's telling me to wash my hands. Oh, he's paused now. What have we got now? Pause.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, you're back again. No, you're okay. You're back again. You're back again. So, Tom.
I keep losing it.
No, we're going to go. We're going out as live, so this is cool. So, Tom, I'm going to get straight in with the questions because the last one seemed to go on, and I'm trying to get this to 5 minutes. So, we're waiting for Marco. He's too late. We're going to go straight in. Tom, how are you finding things out there, mate? How's it going? Because unprecedented times, things are different. How have you adjusted? Are you out there working for a start? You managed to get out there?
We're not. No, we are currently just shut down. We sort of chose to just shut everything down. Still out there quoting numerous jobs and all the rest of it. And if any fault work and such like comes in, then we're sort of straight out and on that. But just for the sort of domestic side and bits and pieces, no, we are. We're not, and the staff are sort of not out either. So.
Is most of the business domestic then your business, or is it commercial? I'm just asking the reason bit, is it affecting commercial and domestic business, this virus pandemic, or is it mainly domestic, you think?
We've got some commercial work to jump onto, but I think it's more the sort of domestic side that it's, affecting for us. So commercial wise, and everyone knows in this trade, you can just be, without anyone around you and interact with anyone, and especially with commercial sites that are shut down. There's just no one around, so you can sort of crack on with those very safely. Just obviously sticking to the guidelines and all the rest of it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. As a social, it's not easy for anybody, but I mean, we've got a few customers that are out there, commercial based. A lot of commercial contracts still happening, like the clearance jobs, the rail. You guys obviously taking the sensible approach with regards to being considerate, which is good. You're going to be moving soon first, because I see the world waking up in the next few weeks. Do you think this is going to change the way you operate moving into the future?
I mean, it's a big learning curve really. So we've noticed a few things that we can do differently, and all the rest of it. But yeah, it's just getting to grips. Just before we all sort of shut down, we had stuff in place, the whole hand washing, distancing and all the rest of it. Which, to be honest, when you're sort of doing our trade, you can keep the 2 meters. It's just remembering to do it. When you're going into the office, there's one person in there and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's going to be sort of hard moving forwards. And I suppose this will be around for quite a while before we're actually allowed to completely relax, give each other a hug.
I have noticed. I've noticed a big change. I've noticed that certainly at the very beginning of it, people were sort of like, "Oh, you're going to work," and there was probably a little bit of people looking bad of you.
Mm. Yeah, that's what we sort of found. Whether you're out there, whether you're not, to be honest, information initially was so vague. There's been loads of arguments whether people should be out, whether they shouldn't, and I think it just purely comes down to your decision.
Yeah, well, the Arb Association the Arb Association said don't go to work. Then they said go to work.
This is it. I mean, messages. It's like, it's just all mixed messages across, and then with the government and stuff. So I don't think there's any right and wrong. I mean, if you're out there and you're doing it all, properly and sticking to the guidelines, then crack on. And if you're not, you're obviously helping out as well. So
I got Marco in the waiting room. Should we let him in or not? Because I'm going to pretend that I've given your beard a haircut. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, I've got him. I've got rid of the beard. It's gone. Hang on a sec. Let's get him in here because he should appear now. He's late as well. I'll tell you what. You're fired. Fired. Late. You're late. Taking you out, man. Don't blame me. Blame my wife. Okay. Tom Roberts, we've got Marco. I'm out here. I think you know each other.
How are we doing? You all right?
I'm right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very good, very good. You've kicked her out then?
Yeah. I was got stomping up and down the stairs to sort of say, "Come on."
We were just saying that Tom's the only person on lockdown who's gradually getting less hair. He must be using his chainsaws to cut his hair and beard. He's all going. To catch up, Marco, I've just discussed how the industry's changing, and if you just want to be all ears for a minute, obviously moving forward, we're going to be moving stronger. We're going to be moving forward more efficiently. Do you think machinery is going to be replacing labour moving forward to make you a little bit more robust in these situations? What machinery have you got at the minute? What are you ambassador? What are you running? What are you running at the moment, Tom?
So at the moment, as you know, we're sort of part of Timberwolf. So we've got the 230 out, which is a fantastic machine. So we're running that. That's just all day, every day. And then we've recently taken on the Worky Quad.
All right, how are you getting on with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really good piece of kit. It saved a lot of time for us. Should have got it ages ago, as everyone always says when they get stuff. But yeah, it changes the way you quote jobs. You can just view them so differently. And, anyone out there who's got a little skid steer will know just how much time they save, really.
And that's how you quote jobs. So in other words, you can go in probably a little bit more competitive and still get the work and do it in less time.
Yeah, exactly that. And you don't sweat as much.
And saves you back, I'm sure.
Saves you back, yeah. So,
don't want you losing any more weight, Tom. Don't lose any more weight.
No. Yeah, it's been a really good investment. So really glad we got that. So that running alongside the Timberwolf, yeah, it's going well.
What about a cherry picker? How are you feeling?
I would love one.
All right. Okay, you're a fan. Okay.
Yeah.
Marco, get that organised. He agreed to a cherry picker.
It's live. It's recorded.
Yeah, would that help? Sorry. Would that help with the business then? Would that help you get more jobs? Would it save you money? Why would that help you, Tom?
Yeah, for us, we've always climbed everything. Cherry pickers or mupes, they come along and sort of jobs where difficult dismantles, bits and pieces around and all the rest of it. We hire in 20, 26 metres, the tracked versions all the time. So to have our own one, again, I think it would just change the way you look at a job. And obviously some people prefer them, others don't. I think it'd be safer in the long run. The way everything's changing with the rope systems and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it'd be beneficial.
Okay. Marco, have you got any questions for Tom? I'm just going to get his website up and have a quick look at that.
Geographical area, Tom. Has that had a sort of a major impact? Are you looking at sort of that things are happening on a more local scale, or as things sort of started to sort of build momentum to kind of go sort of slightly sort of further out of where you currently are? Have you seen any sort of changes?
Quote wise, yeah, we sort of quote jobs, wherever the work is to a certain degree. But yeah, we're sort of starting to find that we're sort of going a bit further afield and such like. but yeah, I mean, if the job's there and all the rest of it, you know, we'll go have a look, and if we can do it, we'll do it. And yeah,
it's,
there they are, the lads.
there they are. Look, I've got it. And I can't believe how big this social media is getting. I mean, over 8,000 followers now. This is making us look ridiculously small. And I mean, no one's competing here, but that's a lot. And I know that you've got a lot on different formats. What advice, Tom, would you give any young, not necessarily a young person, but a young company coming through and just making a start in the ARB industry? Obviously, you've got a lot of people following you. What would you say makes you stand out amongst the crowd then on this social media platform? Because let's face it, everybody wants 8,000 followers. What gives? Tell us.
It's just, I mean, I think it's purely, I mean, I was into photography a long time ago. Started with the Facebook page and doing the photos on there, and all the rest of it. So yeah, and then obviously Instagram came along, and we just keep uploading. Most of the shots are just done with a GoPro. There's no fancy photography or anything like that. It's literally just footage from the day, just edited a little bit here and there. But yeah, I mean, sort of getting yourself out there, if you, as a small company starting up, just do a really good job. Word of mouth is absolutely key. You can't beat it whatsoever. So, you know, there's no point ploughing loads of money into advertising that doesn't work. So word of mouth is the best one.
And you got a good team around you as well. How many's in the gang at the minute? How many have you got with you in your team, or do you need? I mean, obviously, we're all trying to keep overheads low at the minute with staff; they're expensive. But you roll with quite a few, do you?
Well, we use Freddie and Kurt. So there's two of the lads that are just full time at the moment. Obviously, not working right now, and then just bigger jobs, just subbing mates here and there, and all the rest of it. But I think that's where the machinery really helps out now. So. Before, when we were just needed loads of people to drag, we just got the machine, so that just does it all for us. So it does eliminate the staff, which again just saves money. So if a hoist came along potentially, then I think that would be beneficial as well, just in the long run. I
know Marco's a big fan of the remote control stuff, and I am too. It's a great toy, isn't it? What was that one, Marco? Is it Green Climber and
Green Climber? There's access platforms nowadays. Going back to obviously the access platform, but again, all on sort of radio control stuff, or stump grinders. More and more of that stuff being done on radio controlled. You know, you can do it literally from your van if it's absolutely hammering it down with rain.
That's the best bit about
it. Exactly. And the thing is from what I've sort of heard from the guys obviously that are supplying the kit. It's that safety element. It allows you to go 360 right the way around the unit and see where there's any pitfalls that either you're going to come up against or that are potentially, get in there before anything really sort of major happens.
Yeah, it definitely gives you more mobility, doesn't it?
Yeah. So Cherry Picker is probably next on the purchase list for Tom, and that might for the reason that you think it might just help the business grow and open up a few more opportunities. Which
I know it will.
Are you going to be operating differently after this pandemic? How are you going to be doing things differently, if anything?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think it would affect us too much. We'll still implement all the stuff that we've got going at the moment until it literally fizzles completely out. Stay as safe as possible, really.
Okay.
But yeah, sort of going forward and all the rest of it, maybe more jobs we can do, sort of quoting, which we have been doing via FaceTime. Saves heading out there and all the rest of it. Yeah. But they do shoot you in the foot when you quote from pictures. I've had it before.
I get it. I understand it. I do get it. Yeah. And it is. We've always said that on the phone when a customer says, "Oh, how much is this going to cost us on finance?" Well, you go, "It's exactly the same as you asking me to cut a tree. I don't know how big it is. I don't know the situation. How can you do that? Can you cut my tree? How much? We don't know."
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, that is good. Well, so what have you been doing on lockdown? Netflix, Tiger King. What have you been doing?
Actually, the gardens looks good. We've built a veggie patch with the kids. I've built a BMX track at the end of the garden with a little worky quad.
There you go. You're talking.
So no, it's been fun. It's been nice to spend some time with the family and all the rest of it. But yeah, itching to get back really and just crack on and just do what you love really.
Right.
We'll you have to have a chat with with Greg Laywood, see if he can get a stunt parachute ready. He keeps these stuff that him and his boy have obviously posting you that stuff again. Oh my God, what are you doing?
I hope Greg's happy to be mentioned, by the way, but a big promotion for Greg on the live. Tom, thanks for your company today. It's been valued,
no
and I'm sure that knowledge will go well against tree surgeons who are established and equally just coming into the market as well. It's great to find out a little bit more about tree fog, tree services. It's awesome. All right, all the best for the lockdown.
Thanks for having me on here.
We've got some kit here, 10 quid. Anybody? Black & Decker. That is shocking. Did you see that? Look. Black & Decker.
Get rid of it.
Hey, Steel, send us some stuff, Steel. Jeez. All right, Tom, take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
See you.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning into episode 2 of 5 Minutes With, and thanks to Tom Roberts for his time today of Tree Frog Tree Services. It was great to hear all about his business, hear about his machinery, and hear about how he plans to move forward after this pandemic. We are busy, which means a lot of you are continuing to work or out to work. Those of you that are taking the time to watch our show, 5 Minutes With, we really appreciate you watching. We hope you're enjoying it, and why not comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Comment, send us some info, email us, let us know what you think to the show, and let us know if you want to see anybody in particular on the show, or if you want to feature yourself. Just let us know. We hope you're enjoying the lightheartedness of it. We're really enjoying ourselves, and we really appreciate you watching. Episode 3 on the way very soon with another industry friend. We can't wait to share it with you, and we'll be putting that out ASAP. In the meantime, thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.